Yeah, Manny Diaz talked about it afterwards last night. The team did scrimmage at the stadium, so people who live in that South Broward, North Dade area, saw the lights go on and everything. And like, oh, hey, Canes are at the stadium, and like some of the staffers are like, sending the eyeball emoji and everything. And I'm like, the coaches like tweeted about it like before the game, like Stephen Field, the tight ends coach, Ephraim Bonda, George Baez, who's in player development. They all like tweeted about it. Like, they put up, pictures. So we all knew that and everything. And it was a mock game kind of situation. So you had the Miami squad on one sideline, the Miami sideline, and then you had, the scout team who was, mocking UAB, or not mocking UAB, but they were pretending to be UAB, if you will, on the other sideline. The Miami team started down 24-0, which is standard that you'll do in a kind of controlled scrimmage like that to kind of prod things forward, but also, to see, okay, we're going to still do what we do, but there's also, the added thing of the score to try to change the dynamic, if you will, a little bit. First of all, Miami has a quarterback, like 100%. I said it since he took his official visit, said it the instant that he committed to come here as a grad transfer, fifth-year senior. D'Eriq King is QB1. I mean, number one in your program, number one in your heart. That guy, he's good.
I think I saw the stat line.
30 for 34, 336, and 6 touchdowns with 9 carries for 84. Hello. I know people are going to say, oh, well, the defense is mid. Again, you're playing against a scout team kind of defense, but you're still operating this offense, to a high level. Mike Harley got off for a couple of touchdowns. Oh, sorry, Mark Pope. Hey there, everybody. This is a guy with all the talent in the world who should be doing numbers in this kind of offense. He had a couple of touchdowns. You had tight ends with touchdowns. You have Cam Harris with another receiving touchdown in the game. You had plenty of guys who, get up the field with, the number one defense. They're getting sacks. They're making plays. And just a variety of names and things like that that were listed as well. But, it seems like whichever team or the composition of the Miami squad, the team that's going to be the team that plays, if you will, that is starting to look like or seem like a team that Miami wants to have represent the University of Miami. And we've had these partial teams for years. When Al Golden was here, or when Randy Shannon was here, it was a defense, no offense, for the most part. When Al Golden was here, it was offense, no defense. When Mark Richt was here, it was more defense. I mean, yeah, it was basically defense with limited offense. I mean, there were times, Amon Richards was healthy and things like that, where the offense was okay, but it's mostly been an incomplete team. With the offense playing to the level that it seems like it is, and putting players in space to be able to make plays and use their athletic abilities to great success, it seems as though Miami is building towards having that complete team, offense, defense, and special teams that we have not had in a long time. Now, I'm not going to go further than that, but I mean, because you can still make mistakes, you can still get beat even with a complete team. But that's the kind of team that can compete. That's the kind of team that can compete against anybody. You might not win all of them, but there shouldn't be any 58-0s. You know what I mean? The scrimmage, I think it showed and proved who can wear the orange and green when the lights come on Thursday night. So hopefully some guys are going to develop during the season. If we have the ability to play other guys, younger guys throughout the season, then use that opportunity, because this year does not count as a year towards eligibility for any player. So, hey, if, somebody gets injured, at whatever position, and you're like, okay, well, I would pull up the next guy, but I wouldn't because of redshirt status, or there's only 4 games, because before, if you play any game, there's no red shirt, you're not going to play that guy, or something like that. Where it's 4 games, I don't want to go to 4 or 5, but at this time, I would say just play them, and hopefully if they have the ability to do that, we'll see that. I saw somebody saying that Keontra Smith should start at striker. You got a good argument for that. He's good, and it's a thing where. Gilbert Frierson has the kind of talent that you need, but Keontra Smith might be better. And you're going to stack elite talent year after year. And so if you recruited over somebody and then he's developed ahead of the guy who was in front of him, it'd be like that, you know. And we you know, we've heard that for years and years. That's how Miami got great. Reggie Wayne, he played with injury because he knew if he let Andre Johnson on the field from behind him, he was not getting back on the field. Yo, it'd be like that, you know. And I wish the best personally for everybody, but if Keontra Smith is the better player right now, put number 4 out there and, you know, and have Frierson be the rotation off the bench.